Hey creative friends, it's Gwen and I'm back for another scrapbooking process video. Today's share is for Cocoa Vanilla Studio and I'm also working with the monthly inspiration board, which is this one here. I'm particularly drawn to this image as well as that quote that says, "This is where the fun stuff happens." So I'm going to be working with this photo right here, which is one of me in my pointe shoes at my local ballet studio. And that was sort of the reference to this is where the fun stuff happens. And I will also be working with the Unforgettable collection. I just felt that this one was the perfect match to the inspiration board, and it is a bit of a favorite of mine. I really love the saturated colors and the lovely pops of black and white in this line. So yeah, super keen to use it. Now I am also working with a cut file. This one is from Cut to You and it is called Snapshot. So I've gone ahead, as you can see there, and backed the boxes in the cut file with a range of the pattern papers. So this collection actually has two cut apart sheets. It has, the first one is called Storyteller, and it's a more of your traditional cut apart sheet. It has some icons, it has some quotes, and I've used that one to grab that black camera from, so that's where that one's from. But the collection also has another cut apart sheet called Pretty Bits, which is purely prints, so 9 separate prints that are not included in the 12 by 12 pattern paper sheets, but they coordinate beautifully. And they include that black rose floral that I've used there, and I love that one. I wish that had come in the 12 by 12 sheets. I would have ordered that for sure. Yeah, so I'm really just mixing and matching those elements. Oh yes, and I also did grab a couple of leftover scraps from the 6 by 8 paper pad. So that's the black and white spot there, as well as the watercolor background. So a real mix and match. Okay, so at this point I am starting to think about the embellishments for the page. I know that I'm not going to need too many, but I am on a bit of a search for the apricot, the orange tones, which are in the mood board. And the pack that I had open initially, which is on the right there, was missing quite a few elements because I had used them on layouts. So I did quickly duck into my stash and grab out a second pack just to see what apricot elements I could find. See how I'm pulling? Yeah, I want to pull out the apricot because I can see that I've got the other colors in the mood board represented, but not so much that, that pretty peach apricot tone. So I do find a couple of things which is good, including what becomes the title for the page, that banner up on the top left of the photo there. It says Little Moments, and that's what the page ends up being called. I like it up there because I feel like it helps to balance out the black of that camera down the bottom right hand corner. So yeah, I feel that that really balances that out nicely. I also found some die cut flutterbys. I was going to say, oh my gosh, butterflies, and some medium-sized flowers as well. So they all end up on the page, but first they need to be auditioned in all of the spots. So at this point I am still a little bit concerned about the balance of the colours on my page, especially the little pops of black. I did find a flare button that says "Love This," and I'm glad it's black, and I've made sure to pop it on the left hand side of the layout. And this is going to be my rule of 3, my visual triangle around the page, and there's going to, I'm being sure to include pops of black in each of those, and that will really help everything to look more balanced and yeah, more even. So yeah, and funnily enough, which I did not plan, but you'll notice the 3 embellishment clusters are actually in the same kind of groupings as the black pattern paper way back when I backed the cut file. So yeah, it's great when it kind of just works out like that. And you know what, maybe that's just naturally where I was going to place them because they were grounded by that black floral. Who knows? But yeah, worked out great. I've also pulled out a couple of stickers from the accessory sticker sheet, in particular the type sentiments, which you find at the bottom of those. And I'm going to place those up on some foam tape just for a little bit of dimension. And then I will kind of spread them out around the page, adding to my embellishment clusters. And yeah, I'll use them to kind of continue to balance everything out. So I've got, oh yeah, and they support my story, which, you know, that's actually what they're about. So they say things like my favorite things, life is good, currently. Yeah, and I really like how they add something to the page that's not too heavy, that's like an extra little detail, and yeah, it rounds everything out really nicely. I'm also going to be adding a little bit of foam tape under the butterfly wings, just to yeah, lift them off the page a little. I do like the look of that. And things are getting serious. The Scotch quick dry adhesive is out and I am gluing things down. So while I'm gluing everything into position, I did quickly want to mention about the inspiration board. So my page was obviously inspired by that one today. If you pop by the Cocoa Vanilla Studio Facebook group, you'll see all the details there about, there's an image of the current mood board, and then that's where you can upload your layout to. So it's a random draw. There's beautiful inspiration every month, so I do encourage you to join us and upload your entry. And I have to say, I just love seeing your projects. When people tag me, if they've maybe been inspired by a page I've made or a cut file that I've made, and they tag me, oh, it never gets old. So yeah, I really encourage you to come and join the community. The girls there are really lovely and supportive. So yeah, come and say hello. Back to the layout, and I am going to add one final detail, being some of the enamel dots from the Unforgettable collection. So I did do a mix of the darker pink and the lighter pink, and I think that balances, again, looking at the balance of the colors. And yeah, lovely little detail for the end of my page. I'm also going to leave you a couple of close-up images here in a moment so that you can see all the layers and the details of the layout. And yeah, if you've enjoyed my video, if you like the way that I scrapbook or the way that I chat about the way that I scrapbook, be sure to give me a like or subscribe to the channel. It does really help you see more videos just like this one. Thanks so much for popping by today, my creative friends, and I will see you next time. Bye!